Hello, everybody, and welcome. Namaste. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sakira, and I read tarot. If you're not new to my channel, then you know who I am, you know what I do, and you know why you're here with me, back at home this time, Periana. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm always grateful. And welcome, Geminis, to Mutable Signs Wednesday. This is your reading. So this is going to be a message from Spirit. What do you need to hear right now? It's going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, and North Node. So guys, if you have those placements, this could be a message for you. But I always say, guys, if this is not your story, don't try to make it fit. Don't try to force it. There will be 11 other readings posted this week that you could tune into to see if they resonate more, should this one not. But you know, if it's not your story, it's just not your story. Period. All right, guys, let's get in tune. And let's see what the energy is for Geminis. What is the energy, Spirit? Whoa, we got too many flippers. What is the energy, Spirit? All right, we got guidance. All right, Geminis. Going with the flow. Oh, Geminis. All right, overall, you guys are learning to go with the flow when it comes to something. It could be some of your emotional situations, because I see all this water here. But with this guidance, I feel like your guides are really present, not just in this reading, but they've been present with you lately, really communicating with you, trying to get you to go with the flow, because it looks like there are some things happening. They're trying to get you to, the three, to me, it feels like bridging the gap between like the physical and the spiritual, right? So they're trying to get you to build something. This could be, they're trying to get you to build up your emotional endurance. They're trying to get you to become more emotionally solid. But I feel that they're trying to get you to go with the flow. You're being guided right now. If you see your angels literally here and you're in the background and they're like, this is the way, follow the light. You know what I mean? And I feel like some of you may not be wanting to listen to your guides, because if you look, her face is turning away from her angel, like, I'm not trying to hear that right now. So some of you guys may be resisting going with the flow for whatever reason. So let me see something. What's at the bottom of the deck? Innocence. Yes, all right, so your guys are trying to get you guys to level up is what I'm hearing. But this innocence, it kind of feels like taking a step backwards, right? That innocence card, it really reminds me of like the inner child, or like going back to your purity of like childhood before you were tainted by the world, so to speak, right? Like all of us were. But I feel like your guides are trying to get you to a place of ease, right? To a place of, it's almost like, you know, when you're a child and you don't worry about like bills, you don't worry about love, you don't worry about anything, you have fun, you live life is fun, you're curious about things, right? And I feel like your guides are trying to get you back to a place where you're able to go with the flow, where you're able to kind of have like that childlike essence where you don't really worry about things, because this feels like resistance and this feels like not going with the flow. The fact that this is coming out, I feel like you guys are trying to like your guides are leading you to go with the flow, and you're like, I don't know about that. So let's see, guys. Let's get some messages out on the table. If you hear little bells, my cat is eating breakfast. It's about like 8 something right now in the rising, so he's a little hungry, little furball. All right, a message that Gemini needs to hear. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, North Node. A message that Gemini needs to hear. What's the energy, Spirit? All right, let's see. Ooh, too many, but I'll take that one. Ooh, it's 2. Rejuvenating rain and embracing enthusiasm. I like that. At the back, we have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And so I think this is what is happening, guys. It's like resistance is here in this card because you're facing obstacles. Things are coming up that maybe you didn't expect, maybe you didn't foresee. And Spirit is wanting you to go with the flow because these things are happening for a reason. These obstacles are coming up for a reason. This is what Spirit wants you to know. And so we have clear the past and heal the present with rejuvenating rain. We have more emotions, more water, right? More water. And I feel like what's happening is that there is some emotional stir for you, but I feel like what's happening is there's something being triggered inside of you guys, and it's stemming from something that happened in the past. Even if the two situations are not even really seemingly related, is what I'm hearing. Seemingly related, right? Because in essence they are. I feel like what I'm saying is there's something from your past. And look, I already said more water, but I'm really realizing how much emotions are like present. We got a waterfall in this card and stuff like that. So I feel like there's something from your past emotionally that is triggering you right now. Maybe, you know, when you faced roadblocks in the past, or you faced things that like obstacles, that was the word I was looking for, in the past, you know, things didn't go too well, or maybe it was just a really traumatic experience. But there's something from your past that's still popping up, it's still relevant in your energy right now, that spirit is wanting you to clear from your energy, and you're needing to do some healing. And then we have embrace enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. And so I'm really feeling like some of you guys are needing to, this feels more tied to this card. It's like your guides are trying to show you that things are working out for you, that things are, you know, going the way that they're supposed to go, and that you need to be happy about the things that are happening and not resistant. But I feel like some of you guys are really resistant to some of the changes I'm hearing that are taking place in your life as well. Those could be, you could be viewing changes as like obstacles or roadblocks, but they're really like there to help you. All right, let's get some Rebel deck messages on the table, and let's see what spirit wants you to know. And guys, I always say when I use this deck that, you know, these cards don't sugarcoat anything. And I know Geminis are not one to sugarcoat, so this should be right up your alley. But, you know, some people, depending on their placements and their charts and stuff, they could be a little sensitive. But guys, it's all love. Take the messages with love. Ooh, drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. Oh, so some of you guys don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, some of you guys could be feeling vulnerable because of the obstacles, because of the blockages that are popping up. I'm hearing like challenges that are popping up, and it's triggering you. And this is what I was talking about. Anytime you get triggered, that's always ego, right? And so what happens is your ego feels vulnerable. It feels a little sensitive, and it's like, hey, I don't like this, right? Turning your head away. I don't like this. And so I feel like spirit is wanting you to drop the ego or heal the ego, right? Because being vulnerable is actually not a bad thing. Being in this place of, you know, I don't know what's happening, I don't know how to fix this, or I don't know where this is going to take me, that's not a bad place to be. I feel that. All right, so we have $sign times 3, make it rain. So this came out for one of the fixed signs, either Cancer. I want to say it was Cancer, but it might not have been. You could have Cancer in your chart, doesn't have to be. Okay, we have fuck. Shit is about to get real. Fuck, you need your people around you. And so I feel like this is, I'm hearing it's getting real because you're still resisting. Ooh, Geminis, what is this? Now I'm having like some solar plexus activation happening. Some of you guys could be, this could be stemming around like creativity, or like launching projects, or starting something new. Hold on one second, guys. I'm a little thirsty. Sis needed water, period. Okay. Look, rejuvenating rain. I needed that water. But guys, so I feel like, ooh, and that's a message coming through as well, because look, we have embracing enthusiasm with this purple, like the $signs, right? And I'm looking at the symbolism between the two. I feel like you're needing to embrace enthusiasm, because these roadblocks, which seem like roadblocks, are really kind of like helping hands that are going to move you in a direction of abundance, right? Making it rain. And so I feel like you guys really could be working towards, you guys could be working on some things, launching some things. This could even be like romantic in nature, but I'm feeling more like some of you guys are like entrepreneurs or like go-getters. You're trying to start new projects, new ventures, and you're coming across some things that you really just didn't expect. This could even be energetically. Maybe some of you guys feel like you're blocked energetically. It doesn't have to be like a physical blockage. Some of you guys could be blocked mentally, right? Like in the headspace. And then we have underneath this mystic healer, and it says healing energy flows through you. And so I feel like some of you guys are needing to do this healing. And it's really a healing of like your perspective or your mind. It's interesting. All right, so let's get some tarot on the table for the Geminis, and let's see what the energy is. If some of you guys have been like waiting to start something, I feel like this overcoming obstacles for some of you, this is not going to be for everybody, but for some of you, you're kind of creating your own obstacles as a way for you to still procrastinate. Some of you guys don't feel ready to start something, and you're being pushed to start something by your guides to go with the flow, because now it's time for you to start. And some of you guys are resisting because you don't feel ready. That's the message I'm getting for somebody. And it's really just ego that makes you feel that way, for those of you who are going through that scenario. So we have Four of Beasts, which is Four of, I was going to say Pentacles. It's Four of Wands. This deck, they named their cards a little differently, guys, and I'm still getting used to the verbiage of it. So I'm like, I don't know what this is. I got to think about it for a second. Then the Eight of Cups, which is the Eight of Pentacles. I'm hearing there's something about your childhood or like your home life, guys, that you are wanting to work, or you're needing to work on. Temperance, you're needing to heal. Yeah, that's what I was feeling with this. Clear the past, heal the present. I saw the Four of Wands, which typically it can talk about home life, right? But I also refer to it as like your childhood home is kind of what I'm getting. I got like child energy in this reading, like inner child energy, like going back to your childhood. And so some of you guys could be needing to heal, like put in work towards healing your past, like your childhood, or something around your home environment right now. Let's see. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. All right, we got 6 cards out. We got the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords at the back. All right, guys. So some of you guys are really in this energy of self-sabotage, and the Star card is here, which is telling me it's because there's an energy of faith that needs to be present. Some of you guys are in this energy of self-sabotaging, and Swords really talks about the mind, right? And that's what I was saying. For some of you, this could really be your thoughts are serving as a roadblock for you, right? But with the 7 of Swords, I feel like that's confirmation that your thoughts are kind of getting in the way of you, one, having faith, and you, two, going with the flow of the change that's happening for you. With this 4 of Beasts, or the 4 of Wands, I feel like a lot of you guys right now, Spirit is wanting you to focus on your home life, focus on your inner foundation. Some of you guys, whoa, I'm really getting like past childhood, growing up, like home life kind of thing. Some of you guys are needing to revisit the past, are needing to go back to that energy of you growing up as a child. There's something there that needs to be healed, and you know what it is. You know what your childhood was like. You know what you experienced. For some of you, this wasn't necessarily about childhood, but this is about something in your home that needs to be healed, right? An energy in your home or concerning your home that needs to be healed. And for others of you, this is not a physical home, but your internal home, right? Some of you guys are needing to some of you guys are needing to feel safe in your home, as in like safe inside your body, like your physical home, right? Not your environmental home, but like your bodily home where your spirit rests. Some of you guys are needing to give that some attention. Some of you guys are needing to put work, 8 of Pentacles, into that, right? Feeling more comfortable inside your own skin, feeling more comfortable inside your own body. For others of you, this is just putting work into healing the trauma from the past. Healing whatever trauma you may have accumulated in your childhood or in a family dynamic, in a household dynamic. I feel that there's like energy there where there needs to be you putting in work, because that is what is kind of acting as an obstacle for some of you. And with this Temperance card, this is really just talking about bringing balance, restoration, and healing to this energy. And that's what I was talking about, putting work into doing some healing. This is what Spirit is saying that you need to hear right now. There's some let's skip forward for a second, right, to this 10 of Wands, right? This is dropping a heavy load, dropping an energetic burden that you've been carrying. And I feel like this is some of the things that you guys have been carrying from your childhood. It's like clearing the past, healing the present, right? You're doing the healing in the present, but what you're doing is really clearing out old energy from the past. And I feel like this is what Spirit is emphasizing to the Geminis, that there are some old familial kind of, or generational traumas, I'm gonna say, or just energy, baggage that you're needing to release, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, right? We have fate twisting and turning in your favor. But it's going to take for you guys to embrace it. I feel like you guys have to drop the baggage and then stand your ground as far as like this place of healing where you are. Stand your ground as far as because we have 2 sevens. We have the 7 of Swords and then we have the 7 of Wands. And so I feel like you guys have to kind of be resistant to this self-sabotage energy. That's one message. But also, like, when you make this change, when you embrace this change is what I'm hearing. Embrace this change. You're needing to stand up for it. Make sure there's no, like, this is the final say. There's no going back. Some of you guys are even guarded against this change. And I think that's also a message that Spirit is saying that you need to hear. That there's change happening and there's releasing that needs to happen. But some of you guys are guarded against it. And I mean, this is a judgment-free zone, guys. You are where you are energetically. But this is just what Spirit is wanting to highlight to you. Because maybe some of you are not even aware of how guarded you are against this process, right? But I did feel that, like, resistance, like towards listening to your guides or following your guides, resistance when it comes to going with the flow, like resistance, right? 7 of Wands, resistance. And so this to me is 2 energies in one. It's like embracing the change and then standing behind it. And then also Spirit is pointing out to some of you that you are resistant to releasing the baggage, to going with the flow of change, and to doing the work to heal whatever inner energy from like your childhood or your family situation that this is. So guys, let's get some cards of advice on the table. And I'm just going to shuffle to the side so I don't mess these cards up. You know me, Virgo, I'm a stickler for the neatness. All right, let's see. One second, guys. The thing about wearing a bandeau when you're top heavy, that sucker going to drop. All right, so let's see. We got the World. All right, guys. So yeah, this cycle of self-sabotage needs to end. This is the advice Spirit is saying. There's a cycle happening that is coming out to a close. Your guides are trying to bring you to end this cycle. You're needing to go with the flow and allow this cycle to end. Let's see. What else do we have as advice? For the Geminis, we have the Lovers. Oh, you see, guys, this is more... every time I see this type of energy, it reminds me of what I've been saying for almost every sign so far. Get out of your head and get back in your heart. It misses you. Some of you guys are needing to follow your heart. Your guides are trying to lead you to follow your heart. And this could be pertaining to anything, a job, a relationship, moving, buying a home or a car, or something like that, right? But, or starting new projects, new ventures. But whatever this is, there's a need for balance, because emotionally you guys are not balanced. And that's probably why you're reluctant or resistant to following your heart. I'll take all of them. So we have the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. All right, so I feel like this is Spirit saying that you can be in your heart and still have forward movement even when you are in your head, right? This is that balance between head and heart, because we have 2 kings, meaning that the status or the energy of these cards are pretty much equal. They just come from different sources, right? One king comes from the heart, the King of Cups, and then one comes from the head. And I think this is that head and heart balance. For some of you, you're too much in your head and not enough in your heart, and your Spirit is saying that cycle needs to end. You need to get back to your heart, following your heart, making decisions from your heart space, because you've been too much in your head, and there needs to be a balance between head and heart for you guys. And what's at the back? Let's see. The 9 of Wands. And it's because you guys have been through a lot, and this is what I was talking about. This is, you know, having gone through a lot in your childhood or in your past period, right? This says clear the past, and heal the present. So a lot of you guys have experienced a lot of trauma, a lot of heavy energy, some of you a lot of pain. But Spirit is saying that it's time for these cycles to close out. Spirit is trying to lead you to, I'm hearing like healing waters, right? It's interesting because rejuvenating rain, healing waters. And so some of you guys could have a connection to water. Some of you guys are being called to even spend time out in nature, by water, by a lake, by an ocean, by a beach, by a canal, if you have any by you. But maybe connecting with water would be good for you guys, Geminis, even though you're air signs. All right, so this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, sharing space, time, and energy with me. I love you guys so much. If you vibed with any of these messages, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's keep this beautiful family and channel growing, glowing, and going. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Namaste.